Nottingham A Leeds A in second, but have a cone penalty. That's one position to be deducted for them. Cambridge A have the same in third. Exeter A's Max O'Shaughnessy is the one with the golden ticket for the win of this one at the moment. And then Nottingham Trent A in fifth also have a penalty. And then it's 9 seconds back to a battle that we've featured a lot in this one, which is UClan A in the 47 versus Sheffield A in the 27, albeit I think Sheffield A have a penalty as well. My goodness me. This is Reading A in the 52 versus UClan B. Two karts that I'm relatively confident are actually running in the positions that they should be running in and would be registered as such, although they might benefit from a few penalties ahead of them. As darkness begins to fall on this Whilton Mill circuit. Good little battle in the closing stages here between Reading A and UClan B. Who's in this Reading kart? It's Daniel Booth versus Jack Smith in the 52 and the 59 respectively. As they work their way out of the Zulus. Cardiff is some 4 seconds up the road. As they come round to start another lap. Reading A there. One of our teams who we are keeping an eye on here. I think we're a little bit worried about their prospects for qualification, but hopefully be able to bring you a bit of an update soon on that one.
Hello.
Hello. You're right.
No.
No, okay.
Thank you, Network, beginning with V, for throttling the whole side down.
That's good.
Great work.
I can immediately think of two providers of networks beginning with V, so that was very good and ambiguous. Right, Reading A getting balked a little bit in the traffic against the 21 of Southampton A. And there's the, is there an opportunity there from UClan B? What is going on around me here?
Very quick note. Big thank you to Luke from Alpha Live, who's got the DDMM stream going again. He doesn't have to do that. But,
no,
that
he
is
doesn't.
The great
Thank you,
working
Luke.
relationship that we have between ourselves here and Alpha Live. We're always grateful for it. One very big piece of news I can tell you, mate. Birmingham A confirmed as qualified.
Lovely stuff.
As expected. And it's still very much all to play for. A lot of permutations will shake out in this race.
Yeah.
Because I've been running around trying to make the internet work. What has happened in this race?
Everyone's got penalties at the front.
Oh,
so
excellent.
it's Max O'Shaughnessy in the Exeter A kart who's leading this one.
Good
He's
stuff.
the only one. I mean, he's been passed by
Well, not
Nottingham
for
Trent
not
A.
for the top four.
It doesn't matter because Nottingham Trent A have a cone penalty. So Exeter A probably don't know, or Max probably doesn't know it. Exeter, if you're listening, you're leading the race net. Don't get a penalty. This is spread out just a little bit now between Reading and UClan B in their fight over 9th place. As definitely the light is fading. One of the things I quite like is that we are in a position today, mate, where we've got a window in front of us so I can see the light levels, because obviously, you know, Alpha doing their best to make sure they can cover the action out there, have cameras that are set up for particular light conditions, so you can't always judge, as there's a cone penalty for Bristol B and a cone penalty for UClan A.
Very quickly, mate. Sorry, mate. Reading A are putting themselves in a real big fighting chance here of qualifying with this 9th place. Having started 17th, they're moving themselves upwards from that 145 benchmark from yesterday. What are Leeds B doing?
Leeds B have had a tough one.
This is good. They're going to lead themselves. They're going to be in the Leicester position from yesterday of hoping that other drivers don't do as well.
I want to say that Leeds have. I don't want to do them a disservice because it's been there's a driver off to drivers left coming out of the final corner. This is the last lap, and here are two drivers who are at the front of a field. And they're pushing to, hey, there might be a pass here actually of Kieran Harrison on Henry Jackson, but it won't bag either of them the win. They both have penalties hanging over them. It's been a bit of a penalty-laden race, this one. We'll see what race control has to say about that, if anything. Henry Jackson will cross the line for Nottingham Trent A, but he knows that he hasn't got the win there. Leeds A in second. Then it'll be a bit of a gap to the number 2 of Cambridge A, but it's Max O'Shaughnessy in the number 4 of Exeter, who I think is shaking his head a little bit, as if to saying, oh, it didn't go well, I didn't get a chance to catch up onto the back. Max, I'm pretty sure here in the box, you just won a race. UClan A, there, what a battle all race long between UClan A's Alex Bomberg and Amy Jurger of Sheffield A. Great little battle between those two, albeit Sheffield A does have a cone penalty to be applied. Cardiff A next. That was all carts on various different laps crossing the line there on our shot. Reading A, though, holding on here, and there they are, holding on to 9th place ahead of UClan B. I don't know if Cardiff A might be the next university after Exeter A not to have a penalty. So I don't actually know if Reading will gain anything from the penalties. I know that Nottingham A gained, I think, 2 contact penalties, so 8 positions to be added to them by my count. UClan B rounded out your top 10 either way. Bristol A, then Surrey A, Exeter C, Birmingham B, Imperial B in 15th, then with Sheffield Hallam A, Imperial C, Leeds B, Southampton A, and Leeds D to round out your top 20. Birmingham C, we're next with Cambridge C next after them. Sheffield B, Reading B, Bristol B in 25th. Then it was Cardiff B, Birmingham D, Liverpool B, Southampton C and Bath C to round out the top 30. Then Sheffield Hallam B, Manchester Metropolitan A, Cardiff C, Bath B, Sheffield E, and Surrey B, who got a black flag for rolling back. Please put your foot on the brake if you spin out, drivers.
Very quickly, before we pass down to Jacob, a couple of key results in that one. Leeds B finished 18th. This is all pre-penalties, of course. I reckon that leaves them on 1-4-1. That might not be enough for Leeds B to qualify. Slightly different story, though, for Exeter C. Big result there. 13th place. That puts them on 1-4-6. That would have been enough to qualify yesterday, but we'll just have to wait and see on that front. Sheffield B, they're, of course, on the flip. They're one of the late runners in this almost golf-like championship. Where did they finish in that one? That was 23rd. That was moving backwards, so they've got work to do in the last 2 races of the day.
All getting interesting here for qualification. Let's head down to Jacob.
We still really don't know who won that one. I'm told it's Kieran Harrison, who's still over there. I don't think he knows that because he had a cone penalty. Sam had a penalty. Did you have a penalty? You had a penalty, didn't you, Sam? Henry won on track. We'll have a quick chat with Henry. You had about 5 penalties, mind.
Three, apparently. Three.
What did you do?
One, the guy braked on the outside coming out of Zulu 1 and I was behind him. So apparently I'm meant to be able to read minds and not make contact. Second one, yeah, that was my fault. It was a late move. The kid outbraked himself. I hit him in the quarter. Third one, going into Zulu again, I was alongside a guy. Apparently that's contact. We hit side pods. You can watch it on the replay. It's like whoever's on that Marshall post, terrible.
All right, well, we'll see where you end up with all the penalties applied. Dante got shafted at the start, though. Dante, what happened to you?
Oh, as I said to you at the beginning, it's too unpredictable. What could I have done to avoid that? Nothing, but it's the way it goes. I don't know why I got a penalty during the race. I would like to know.
I think everyone got one. Just to be fair, we thought we'd give one to you.
Fair enough. I mean, if you're dishing them out, you must dish them all out. But no, to be fair, it was a really good recovery. So
it was. I was very impressed. I'm just going to double check with Mace. Mace, do you know who won? We still don't know who won. I'm going to grab Kieran. We think he's Kieran, so I'm going to go grab him. Thanks, Dante. Kieran, we think you won. We're not 100% sure. Literally everyone got penalties, and when I say literally everyone, I mean like I'm not just putting it on. You had a cone, but then I think he might have just had less. Or future else top 10.
Cambridge, I saw they got a penalty, and then I think it was Nottingham won.
Oh, so it's you. Sorry, it's Max who's running away over there. We did think it was Max. Max O'Shaughnessy, who was in Exeter. I think he finished 4th on the road. He's being pointed back over now. So yes, you did have a penalty, and therefore you didn't win.
Presumably the order of penalty application that I've lost out there.
Yeah, so Max, it turns out you actually won. It took a while for us to figure that out.
I can't tell if you're joking or not.
I can't tell if I'm joking or not, honestly. Kieran didn't win, apparently. Did you have a penalty at all in that race?
Well, it doesn't sound like it.
Oh, you've won then. You've won, because everyone else and we have heard over the radio that you are the winner of that race. Congratulations, Max.
Well, that's redemption for being loaded off the track on the first lap. So I'll take it.
Obviously, a tough race, that one, based on the number of penalties dished out. How did you manage to stay out of trouble?
Well, I didn't cause any trouble.
I didn't manage to stay out of it, but I didn't cause any. Worked with Dante to fight back. We were pushing each other down the straights, helping each other get through back markers, which helped a lot. I wasn't aware that anyone had a penalty. I was fully convinced I was fourth, but yeah, I'll take it.
No. I think the 3 in front of you had a penalty and the 3 behind you as well. So congratulations on a great recovery drive.
Oh, thank you.
Shaughnessy there, who we have confirmed won that race of sorts. Right, on to something that's hopefully a lot easier. And who's on pole here? I think it's Ben, is it? Ben, you on pole?
Oh, yes.
Another pole position for Cardiff.
I know. With Fraser's edition of Stonking debut, yeah, we can do really well this season.
Can we have Cardiff as our first double winners of the day? Although Exeter technically... wait, Fraser was B.
No, Fraser was A.
Fraser A and you're A?
Yeah.
Okay, so you'd be the first team to win 2 in the day, Exeter First University.
Well, I know Charlie's quick and he got a penalty, so I should have been on second. But I think A team's already qualified, so I'm not going to do anything too drastic.
What you're just going to...
Keep it on track.
keep calm, finish about 10th, is it?
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, then. I'll leave you to that. That's pretty boring. I'm going to talk to Charlie about winning or something. Charlie, what are you doing with the 16 on the front of your car?
We didn't have a great year last year, especially by our standards. Usually comfortably in the top 10, but last year was a bit of a disaster all round.
Henry in that race with the 16 plate got 3 penalties. Can I trust you to be a bit better behaved?
I'd hope so. Maybe only 2 penalties to me in this race.
I mean, in that last race, if you kept it below 1, you were probably like up there on the podium. Yeah. So Ben Healy-Smith, he reckons his team are already qualified, so he's going to take it easy. Are you going to take advantage of that?
Yeah, I think so. I'd like to win a race today. So that'd be good. I mean, we'll have to see how it goes.
All right, then. I'll let you jump in. We're nearly ready to get going. Let's try and find... I want to try and find Surrey and... the other team that I haven't spoken to, Imperial, but I can't remember which numbers they are. So I'm going to have a look for some familiar faces from those universities. Diego Martinez is looking very, very relaxed. Diego, you've missed a couple of BUKC rounds in the last few years. Where have you been?
Working.
Sorry?
Working, pretty much.
Okay. Are you here to return Southampton to the glory days of Kirk Langley and co?
I mean, we got a P3 today and then a black flag. So I think we're back to not very good Southampton. But hopefully I got a good race today.
Yeah, you can do all right here, I reckon.
I'm sorry for the back, but it should be okay.
I have faith in you, Diego.
You've been talking a bit to my shit about me today, though, so I'm not sure.
No, I have not.
Oh, come on.
No, I don't know who's told you that.
Old apparently or something like that, I don't know.
No, I love having you around, and I'm glad to see you again for the 15th year in a row.
Eight.
Well, 8's quite a long time in BUKC too.
It was the last one, so it should be a good one, yeah.
The last one, yeah. Make it a good one. Make it the last qualifier for you. Make it a win.
Hopefully, yeah.
Diego Martinez, if you look at of Southampton A, can I see any of my Imperial or Surrey friends? No, I can't. JV telling the back of the grid to behave themselves. I won't interview them until he's finished. He has finished. Let's jump in with the 114. Who have we got here?
My name?
Name, team, anything else?
Ollie Phillips for Nottingham C.
Okay, and we've spoken to a few of the Nottingham A drivers today. Just in a word, how are you doing?
They're better than me. I'm just going to not crash, you know?
Try not to crash. Perfect for this back of the grid. He's obviously listened to that mini briefing JV gave them. Andrew and Howard, back to you guys for the penultimate race of the day.
Here's your grid for race number 6. Cardiff A will start this one on pole with Nottingham A alongside them. Cambridge A and Cambridge C are on row 2, with Sheffield B and Imperial A on row 3. Liverpool B and Cardiff B are row 4, with Leeds C and Cambridge B rounding out your top 10. Row 6 is Southampton A and UClan A. Row 7 is UClan C and Nottingham Trent B. Surrey B and Leeds E are next up on row 8, with row 9 occupied by Cambridge D and Nottingham Trent C. And it'll be Nottingham C and Nottingham B making it an all Nottingham 10th row. Bristol C and Cardiff C are next. Bristol B and Imperial B are row 12. Then it's Manchester Metropolitan A and Reading B, Bath C and Sussex A, Southampton C and Nottingham Trent D to round out your top 30. And then it'll be Coventry D, Imperial D on row 16. Row 17 is Sheffield C and Sheffield E, Sheffield Hallam B and Imperial C round out your 36 karts on the grid.
Very, very quickly confirmed as qualified for the mains. We have the following teams: Imperial A, Cardiff A, Nottingham Trent A, Exeter A, and we have round winners already. Birmingham A's 177 points cannot be beaten by anybody with these 2 races left. That's kind of good news, because it means we can focus on the situation around that's crucial positions in the 20s. Out confirmed are Leeds D, they cannot qualify. Sheffield B, Bath B cannot qualify. Imperial D, Cambridge D, they are all mathematically out of the equation, unfortunately, for the 2022 main season.
Sam Cobb, I mean, we've got full start sort of showing here, but that was Sam Cobb making a late call to go for a kart change. And I think that's experience showing there, Andrew, because as far as I'm aware, that is entirely okay. You are perfectly entitled to do that. And he would sooner do that than not have the right kart to do qualification. So heads up driving there from Sam Cobb in the Cambridge A kart.
Hugs all round in the Birmingham squad. That is a very, very good effort. Confirmed winners of the rounds. It's a bit of pressure having those first 4 races. You've got to go out there and do it, even if it's for a round winner qualification. And after a very difficult qualifier 2 years ago for Birmingham, where they nearly didn't make it for the mains, that is a fantastic result for the squad ranked number 7 going into this season.
They've absolutely nailed those first 4 races as Sam Cobb emerges into the pack. I'd imagine will be good this time around. One thing that concerns me about this, Andrew, having spoken about the experience of Sam Cobb, for drivers at the back, it's not easy to know why the pack is being held, and what it causes you to do psychologically is just build up and build up and build up to the race start. So I'm hoping we're going to see a clean one here.
Other karts that we need to look out for in this race, because this is big ones for them. The number 36, Trent C, starting 18th. The number 48, Imperial B, starting 24th. And Sheffield B, the number 68, starting 5th. They're all teams looking to move forward to improve their scores, because at the moment they're on the outside of the top 27, looking to defend their positions in this race. Cardiff B, the number 65, Euclan, the number 47, and Cambridge C, the number 62. Those are the 6 teams that are around the bubble. 3 on the in, 3 on the out. May not be the same way for them in half an hour's time.
One that stands out to me, though, is Sheffield B. If they fall down on the first lap, that is going to be a significant drop on their. They've got to try and convert that spot.
They've got to get a top 10. They've got to get. Strangely, in a way, they can afford to lose a couple of positions, but they've got to make sure that they're up there in the top 10.
Here we go then. Ben Healy-Smith for Cardiff A in the number 18. Charlie Lamb alongside for Nottingham A. Away we go for race number 6 and into oblivion for the first time. Sam Cobb jostling for position there and it's not going to work for him. He's going to be hung out to dry on the outside in the distinctive flame helmet. There are no yellow flags showing on Marshall Post 1 outside my window, so they've all made it through that part of the lap cleanly. As it's jostling, there's a spin from quite high up there. The number 68 was invited. I think that is Sheffield B. I think that's Sheffield B, and there's an absolute mess here at the top of the hill at Christmas Corner. The number 94 is involved. I can see that. That's Bristol B. Oh, we're going to have to take a look at timing at the end of this one, mate, because I think some people's qualification dreams might have just died up at Christmas Corner.
Not enough karts off to warrant that as a false start. That's why the race continues. End of lap 1 then. Let's count them through. Black flag for Cambridge A already. ABC multiple, way too aggressive.
Sam Cobb.
At the starts from Sam Cobb means he's going to have to come into the pits and serve a stop-go penalty.
And Sheffield B are dropping down the order, Andrew, massively here. The 68 is dropping down. We're going to watch it here. So it's the 68 and the 25 goes into a spin.
I'm afraid to say that's an absolutely spot-on call from race control. That was triggered by the number 2 loading into Christmas Corner.
Yeah, and it's the 25 is Imperial A who went into that spin. So they've also dropped down the order. In fact, who has? So Imperial C, Imperial D, Bristol B.
Oh, Collins on his holidays.
Sheffield B, Cambridge D, Manchester Met. They've all had costly first laps there where they've dropped down. Cardiff C as well. Has had a costly one there. Imperial A in the end, I say only, dropped down to 15th place. Where did Sheffield B drop to? 30th place.
Cone penalty for the leader. Cardiff A have got a cone penalty. They cannot win the race.
Charlie Lamb.
We should celebrate, actually. Cardiff A have made it through the qualifier.
Yes!
Properly for the first time in, what we reckon, 4 years?
I want to say 5.
5 years. Cardiff A have qualified. They can't win the round. As we say, that's already gone to Birmingham, but Cardiff A could be back on the podium here.
Actually, I'm going to correct myself. 4 years.
4 years.
4 years.
2017.
Yeah.
Or November 2017, ahead of the 2018 season. And they had quite a fall from grace, were seed number 10 going into that qualifier. And as I say, didn't even make it into mains. It was quite a shock. So it's good to see Cardiff University returning to where they really should be. University their size in this competition. 2.5 minutes gone. Cardiff A leading, but have the penalties. That will give Nottingham A the lead. Looking okay at the moment. They've got 96 points banked in already. Nottingham A are in these last 2 races. So
it was, to be clear, we are talking November 2016 for the 17 championship.
Okay, so it is 5 years.
Just double check that one.
It's 5 years since that shock result. But Nottingham, it's not winning in. It's top 10 in, I'd say, for Nottingham. It's a very good start for them. Yep. Cardiff B. You're talking about Cardiff B. You just remind me of their situation. This is their last race.
Yeah, this is Southampton A, by the way, that we're looking at the moment. Diego Martinez chasing Cambridge B, and he could do with putting in a decent result for Southampton. As you were saying, I was asking whilst we were down with Jacob, as he lines up a move here for Cambridge B, or against Cambridge B, and he's passed through on Alexa Brett and up into 7th place. Cambridge sees Jack Hepworth running well in 4th place. Who's next for Diego to try and catch up to? UClan A running well. Max Mooney at the wheel in 6th place.
You were asking me earlier about the Southampton A situation, mate.
Yeah, your response was that if they keep it clean, they'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean, they're sat in 37th place at the moment in the league table, but that is with 2 races in hand, including this one. If they keep on projection, they'll finish on 156, which will be more than enough. But you are right, they need to keep it clean. They cannot afford at this stage of the evening to get something that's 20th downwards because they get a black flag. So moving forward is Diego up to 7th place now. Don't get too aggressive out there. Don't get too greedy in this situation.
It is a recovery drive to be watching. You just saw the number 121 of Sheffield E being chased by Cambridge A. That is Sam Cobb now doing a recovery drive effectively on behalf of Cambridge, and that is the number 51 out stationary at the side of the road.
I'm going to throw this in there as well.
That's Surrey B from quite high up actually, from 14th place.
This result's put Cambridge A under pressure now because, well, they've got a projected 173, but that really drops dramatically now. If I put in their current position of 28th, that drops all the way down to 156. They would need to finish well in the last race just to qualify. I mean, we've been talking about it with Birmingham winning the round today. Two years ago, they were in this situation. It was a do not get a penalty, do not get a black flag, otherwise you will not qualify. And I'm afraid to say, last year's runners-up are in that position now.
Yeah, very much so. Battle just swept through on screen, the 49 versus the 80. That's Leeds C versus UClan C. Good little battle there for who gets into the top 10. There it is, just going out your shot. And then behind them, this battle here, the 36 of Nottingham Trent C and the 113 of Nottingham B. Bit of a city rivalry here going on between your 36 and your 113.
Fastest lap of the race has just gone in from Nottingham A, 45.182. Oh, number 64 a bit wide.
I think the 113's got a bit caught up in... Oh no, sorry, the 113's ahead. I'll have to check that on timing as they come round, actually. Got quite a bit of traffic already developing in this one. But I think the gap's just pulled out between Trent C and Nottingham.
So our team's needing something in this race.
Oh, sorry, Nottingham B have dropped down. That's why I couldn't see the 113. I think Nottingham B has fallen off.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate.
Our team's needing to do something in this race. Cardiff B, brilliant. Very much doing what they need to do. And up in third place at the moment as the 114 looks down the inside of the 122. This is over 15th place.
Yep, Nottingham C on Southampton C.
Thank you very much, mate. UClan A, how are they doing?
Well,
proper good.
7th, they're doing well.
Properly
They've just had a very interesting race in that last one after a race-long battle with Sheffield A, and they're having another strong result here as Diego Martinez gets the Southampton A cart up past Nottingham Trent B and Ed McDade in the number 33, so that's a pass for 5th place for Southampton A.
In fact, I'd go as far to say if UClan can hold this position, they don't even need to worry about the last race. They will have, they won't be mathematically confirmed, but they'll have more than enough points on the basis of what we've seen so far and all of yesterday to be in. What are Cambridge C doing? Oh, of course, they're up in fourth.
They're having a great race.
This is similar actually to the last race yesterday, where we were saying, yep, all the teams that are in that top 27 are all just nailing it and doing what they need to do, and there's no opportunity at the moment for the likes of Imperial B and Sheffield B and Nottingham Trent C to overhaul their point scores. I mean, Trent C are giving it a good go. This is their last race of the evening. They've got a 5th and a 15th and a 31st on their scorecard at the moment. A 12th would put, well, that would put them up to 151. That may be enough as well. We may need to look a little bit higher for the teams under threat. Looking to the likes of Birmingham B, perhaps. They may be in a spot of trouble now. What are Imperial B doing so far in this race? As we have a look at the 68 going down the inside of the 122, the 64 is in trouble. That's Sheffield Hallam B. We've already had a couple of spins this race. Number 25 working their way through. That's Imperial A. They've had a great day. Oh, look at this. This is a bit of a conglomeration. It's like an M1 Friday night out there at the moment. Cone penalty for Liverpool B. Imperial A just about squirmed their way through it. How are their teammates doing? So Imperial B are currently in 14th. Right, team job time. A team for Imperial. Help your brothers through to try and get them into the top 27. And to be fair, Imperial B have gone forward in this race. They qualified 24th. They've gained 10 positions. We may have to revise the number here for how many points you need, because there's a lot of teams improving. There's a spinner there. Oh, as the 114 nearly, well, does get collected. That's Nottingham C. Gets half collected by a spinner there. What is Sheffield B doing out there? They are in 15th. And ooh, that's going the wrong way. That is going the wrong way for Sheffield B. They're falling down too far.
You were saying that UClan are looking strong here for the qualification.
Yep.
I don't think we've really spoken about this, but by my reckoning, that would be UClan's first ever qualification into mains. Our intermediate champions from last year.
No, I think they've been in before. I wanted to say they got in on their debut year, and they had 2 stellar teams. They didn't complete a full main season.
Okay.
I want to say it was something around 2018. They got in.
I will double check that one.
I have a distinct memory. It was like, what are these lads from Preston doing? Who are they? They're rocked up here, and
I will double check. I do not have a UClan showing at any round of the 2018 championship.
Might be earlier then. We're getting old, folks. All the years.
Either way, it is at least. Well, they are our intermediate champions from last season anyway. And they have not been in the mains for a good few years.
I'll put it this way. It was a qualifiers when we were still in the old box.
Okay.
That's how far back it was.
I'll see what I can do. Either way, it's highly impressive because they haven't done it.
It was in some year BCB before Comms Box.
Either way, there are reigning intermediate champions, and it would be the first time they've got into the mains for about 4 or 5 years. So I think it's noteworthy, and I'm going to stick to it.
80 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Nottingham A now leading the outright. I don't know if we've mentioned that. We should have mentioned that because it's happened out there. As the number 30. Whoa, is that a spin for the number 36? Was having a go there, trying to get through. It's Nottingham Trent C, I think it was. Yes, Nottingham Trent C have dropped it. Trying to get past Liverpool B there in the number 67. Following them down through the Zulus. They've got Leeds C just ahead of them. Let's have a look at the Leeds situation. The teams from West Yorkshire. Well, at the moment, I think they're only getting 2 teams in. Leeds A should be comfortable, as long as they don't do anything silly in the last race of the day. Leeds C, they just need to keep circulating here. If they get the 11th place in this race, yeah, that should see them at least a good way onto their way. They'll still have to do something in the last race and bring a result home. Leeds D cannot qualify. Leeds E are looking on the outside at the moment as well. Team who love being in the mains. Great characters in the Clubman Championships in years gone by. We seem to have at least one team in that part of the competition. Cardiff C have got a track limit warning. Nottingham Trent C, we saw them having that half. Oh, big moment there. Is that going to be a save? Well done. Brilliant save from Manchester Metropolitan's driver there in the 81. Have we got the driver list still? That's worth a name call. That was an official qualifiers Code Brown moment, but Manchester Metropolitan just about held on to it. Just caught a glimpse sight there of Diego Martinez. This is a good drive for Southampton 8, up to 3rd on the road now.
81 driver is Jamie Ram.
Jamie Ram, well done. That was a good save. Black flag for Sussex A for a rolling back after a spin. And presumably nearly taking somebody out. Sussex A have had some good results today. They had a top 10 earlier on in the day. It's not quite going to be enough to be in the top 27. We'll see them most likely in intermediates. Just saw Cambridge A there. Where are they up to? Is Sam Cobb pulling this one out of trouble? 15th. That would leave them, okay, on a counting 145. So again, it'd be fine because they've got 4th place on the grid for the last race, but they would need to just be sensible and not put themselves in danger. And of course, every position that they can gain between now and the end of the race is another point closer. The number 68 is not too happy though. That's Sheffield B, who've just been overtaken by Cambridge A. I think they were feeling a bit aggrieved. It's a frustrating race, this, for Sheffield B. I can tell that that's a driver you could just feel this slipping away for Sheffield B. Started the day, or started the racing part of the day on the inside. But I feel that 29th in the race we've just seen, where they started 15th, that really has put them on the back foot. Where they had 5th on the grid for this one, they needed to capitalise on the top 10. It's not going their way. Leeds E, there they are. Car number 78. The black suit and orange arms. UPB last time around, 45.954. There is a position penalty post-race for Bristol C. Apologies, not quite sure what it's for. There we go. Let's have a summary of how Bristol have run today. I think they're going to be a big presence in the intermediates, and their A team's still got a chance here. They've got work to do in the last race. In fact, no, what am I on about? They might be all right already. They've already got 153 points booked in, so on the basis of yesterday, that's already good enough. Well into the second half of this race now. Oh, there was a clang there. It sounded like a sprocket going over a curve. There was a yellow flag out through Christmas. Contact warning for Imperial A. Now Sam Cobb using all of that experience, making amends. And the black flag earlier is up to 13th. He's now trying to find the number 80 out there. That's the 121. He's just gone by. It's Sheffield E, currently in 26th place. Imperial A passed Cambridge B on that last lap. Cambridge B racing themselves into the mains championship as well, so it's looking pretty good for Cambridge to have at least one team, maybe two teams actually, maybe three actually. Now, when I consider if Cambridge A can sort themselves out, Cambridge C are hanging around in there, up in 4th place of course. And they always say each year that having a squad of teams can be beneficial for a team with championship aspirations. B team or a C team being able to help the efforts of an A team, either by working with them in an endurance race, for example, or being a blocker to a rival squad also going for the championship. I've seen Oxford Brookes and Loughborough be particularly good with that kind of thing in the past. Here we're just having a look at the 65, 62 going through your screen. Heading up towards the hill. On the inside there's a yellow flag out, I think. Oh yeah, the number 48's not too happy about that. It feels it's just been overtaken. Our shot couldn't see a yellow flag. I don't see there's a yellow flag there, so not quite sure what the 48 had his hand up there. That's the 48 of Imperial B in 20th. These are all actually not pole position, they're all different laps. It's been a quite chop and change race here. What's happened to Nottingham Trent C? They've lost 3 places on that last lap, still circulating. 11 minutes to go then. Nottingham A still leading this race then. There's a penalty out there for Leeds E. Here we're having a look at the fight for 4th place. Cambridge C and Cardiff B. Oh, forced onto the grass there. And the number 33 of Nottingham Trent B trying to close in here. Nottingham Trent have had a really good day. Solid scores already in for Nottingham Trent B. In reality, they don't even need this last race to qualify. But they're improving their score further by being up here solidly in the top 10. Keep your comments coming in on both the YouTube streams on Alpha Live and Double Dash Motorsport Media. Hello once again to Lee Henderson, one of our Club 100 Sprints drivers. Says, Sam Cobb ever not be a student? No, it's against the laws of time for Sam Cobb to ever stop being a student. Lots of support coming in for Leeds. Question from George Sanderson, how are Hallam getting on? We can give you an update for that. We've got the ticket still going on the DDMM, so every 5 seconds we change. I can tell you it's on Liverpool at the moment, so head across to our channel to keep an eye on that one. But just for you, I'll give you an update live off the sheet. Sheffield Hallam A are done for the day. They have got 129 points, which sadly I don't think will be enough to get into mains this year. Sheffield Hallam B have 94 points secured. They're out in this last race, currently 33rd. which would improve it by a couple of points. I think it's going to be inters for both of the Hallam teams. Highlight of their day, a couple of top 20s along the way for the A team. It has been an exceptionally hard qualifiers, with there being more teams here on each day, 63 teams per day. We've seen the average position that you need to qualify across your counting races go up. It used to be about 16th place. It's now more like 12th place. Doesn't sound like a lot, those 4 positions, but over the course of 3 races, that's a lot of positions to fight for.
Have we covered the fact that Cardiff A has accrued as
yes, right, quite early on in the race.
Nottingham did so early on in the race. Cardiff have just got themselves another one.
Ah, okay. Oh, and contact there. That, I think, was Cambridge A with a back marker. I'm interested to get a replay of that once again, if we can. There's a driver off in... Oh, it's getting to that qualifiers time. However, it's dark. They just see random cart in the grass.
Yep.
I'm getting Yi Ding feelings. I'm sorry, that's spot on again.
Whoa,
black flag
big
for Cambridge A, and all that hard work that's been done has been undone, and will shuffle Cambridge A back. They're going to have teams in mains, but the A team is the one. Let's have a look at this again. This is going into increments. Pushing on the rear. Right, that is a slam dunk for me.
Yeah. On Liverpool B. Actually, what does that do for Liverpool B, mate? Because they were a team that I've been...
Liverpool B,
because they had their first race, they dropped down the order, and I seem to recall in another one of their races.
I think they had a very small chance, and it is pretty much gone now.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to have had enough. They've had... Oh, I'm typing numbers in the wrong box there.
Do you feel they were already a little bit out of it before that incident?
They were already out of it. They needed to do something remarkable in this race, like get a top 3. To get their way in there. Change at the front of the field on the road. There it is. Cardiff A back ahead of Nottingham A. Now, are we saying, mate, that both of these have got cone penalties?
Yeah, so
now?
I was just clarifying that. So Cardiff A has 2 cone penalties and Nottingham A has 1.
Okay. So Diego Martinez, what were you so worried about Southampton for? They're chill. Well, it's all good.
I've seen a lot of black flags and penalties across the board today, mate. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think on some of these, but yeah.
You've got Mikey B coming up as well.
I think it was also the fact that... where did Diego start this one? Down in 11th.
Yeah.
Contact warning for Cardiff A. Got to be careful out here, because it could get much more costly than a couple of cone penalties at this rate. Here is your quote-unquote lead battle. Not actually your
Charlie
lead battle.
Lamb goes down the inside.
Yep. And they're going to be side by side into the Zulus. Ben Healy-Smith will seize the advantage, so the battle will go on, but it's actually some 17 seconds down from this that the actual race leader is running.
It seems to be whenever Cardiff A are at the front today, they just have the pace so high. We saw it with Fraser Brunton earlier in, I think, the very first race of the day. They've lapped everyone up to 9th position. There's still 5 minutes of this race to go.
Double checking penalties here, making sure Southampton haven't had one.
I'm sure not.
Oh, I'm sure they've got a cone penalty.
Oh, come on.
They got it very early on in this one.
Right, we're going to move to Cambridge C then.
Okie dokie.
Cambridge C got a penalty?
Bear with me. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, they've got a cone penalty.
Okay, let's keep going. Cardiff B.
Stand by.
Hang on. Do we know somebody in Cardiff B?
We do.
John, you're on for a weird...
John!
Oh my goodness. John Ratcliffe, do not hit a cone.
Hang on. I've got to check he hasn't done it already.
If you can hear me, what would you rather have? More commentary or a race victory? Because I think you're going to force a bit of a question in the Cardiff squad with this performance. What a What a shock result this would be. What a DDMM zone.
He's had a contact warning.
John, don't do it.
He's had a track limit warning.
No, don't do it. 4 minutes to go.
He's had another contact warning, but he has not had any penalties.
Someone turn that PA up. He's been doing a good bit of commentary with us this year. This is rare. Commentators are not meant to be good at racing. That's why we're in the comms box. This is not allowed.
I'm gonna... Oh, blimey. Right. Do you know what? I'm gonna double check all of those because I don't...
Well, we saw it with X-Terrain in the pre... Oh, no, for goodness sake! There it is! There it is! DDMM, comms box, cannon, boom! Straight into Cardiff B, and one of our own has got a penalty. He was sat on a win.
I've lost it.
Right.
Who are we on now?
Trent
Cambridge.
B. Who? Cannonball's coming for you next. What are you doing
He has
out
just got
there?
a pass on Cambridge C, to be fair.
Oh.
Who am I looking for now? Trent B.
Trent B. 6th place. The
Hang
Super
on.
GT position. Is that going to give us a race victory today? Oh, goodness.
I'm going to say I'm going to try and paraphrase a quote here. We're in this slightly ludicrous situation that we've got a race so everyone's waiting to see who's going to win it. No one wants to win it.
No one wants to win it. Answers in the chat as to which race that is a reference to. 2.5 minutes to go. Can anybody get home without a penalty?
Can anyone do this?
By the way, there's been a change at the front on the road. Charlie Lab has got back ahead of Cardiff A.
I'm going to do a fresh sweep. So we know that Cardiff have got a penalty.
Yes.
We know that Nottingham have got a penalty.
Yes.
We saw a Southampton penalty not too long ago. No, we saw that near the start of the race. Apologies.
John's just let us all down.
Southampton. Cardiff B.
We know Cardiff B have got a penalty. We've just seen it.
Yeah, it is confirmed on timing.
Cambridge C. We said earlier that they've got a penalty.
We did, didn't we?
So now we're down to Nottingham Trent B. Curb warning for Southampton A and Diego Martinez. I mean, nothing much is changing in terms of qualification, everybody. Those status, as we said earlier, for the likes of Imperials and folks like that are all still going pretty well. Obviously, it'll be all to play for going into the last race. I mean, that's the one consolation for Cardiff B and Cambridge C. These performances, penalties or no penalties, are more than good enough to get them in. UCLan A still circulating well in 7th place.
I think Cardiff may have just got a third cone penalty, by the way. So,
yeah, that's not great.
Edward McDade in the number 33, Nottingham Trent B, running in 6th on the road, is the highest placed kart that I can find that has no penalty.
Edward, don't do it.
And another thing, although they have just got a contact warning, I don't think I've seen the penalty for UCLan either.
You know what's harsh on UCLan? Because they're all like 1s and 2s, aren't they? UCLan are like one position between finishing 7th or winning the race. Welcome to the BUKC, everybody. Here are your leaders on track.
No penalties against UCLan A currently.
Charlie Lamb comes around the final corner. Is just okay. 3 seconds to go. All good.
So this is definitely going to be one where we're going to have to sort of, well,
I'm so glad we have the script working now.
We'll get back to you with regards to the scores coming into race number 7. I mean, it's strange. It's actually been a very good battle between Nottingham A and Cardiff A at the front
fantastic.
of this one. Brilliant battle between these two, between Charlie Lamb in that Nottingham kart and Ben Healy-Smith in...
Bit of new and old as well.
Indeed.
Charlie's been around for a few years.
Indeed.
Has always been quick. And Nottingham A, seed number 16, looking to move themselves back up the order. That's the kind of drive that will do so in 2022. Nottingham A take it on the road but have penalties. Cardiff A really time for Diego Martinez to put Southampton A very much in to the mains. Needed to deliver the drive. There it is, a mature drive from Diego. Very happy with that. Where are Cardiff B? They are going to qualify. John Ratcliffe comes over the line, qualifies, but has a penalty. Is still very happy with the result. Cambridge C are going to come over the line. They've qualified. There is Nottingham Trent B. Edward McDade, well done. Don't get a penalty, get a win.
Provisionally.
Provisionally with a capital
we are
P.
stressing that one. John looked quite happy.
Well, so he should be. It's a top five.
He should be very happy. But we're being told they're doing a weigh-in.
And there's a weigh-in.
Oh,
here we go.
Right. Well, hey, John, there's hope for you yet, buddy. If you're
everybody else get disqualified.
Oh my goodness me. We're going to have to go and do some maths, I think, ahead of this last race. We're going to hand over down to Jacob, appreciating he might not quite be in position yet, but we're going to hand down. We're going to take a break on comms either way, because I think we're going to work out the maths for this one and prep ourselves for the final race of the weekend.
Drivers, if we can have you on the scales, please. Everybody on the scales. Get yourselves weighed. Grab your number plates, transponders and ballast and seat inserts. And make your way to the scales, please. Thank you.
Down here in the pits, we are weighing all the drivers. We're just waiting for them to come weigh in and apply all the penalties. Race control will be in touch as soon as they confirmed who's the winner of that race. Charlie Lamb's making his way, well, he hasn't taken his fuel cap off, so he's making his way back to the cart now. But we will grab Charlie as and when he gets weighed. We got Diego coming forward first. I think he's the first contender to have potentially won, although he definitely got a penalty. We'll grab Charlie as well, who's just slotted in behind him in the queue for a weigh-in. All good so far. Diego Martinez Luca, who spoke to on the grid for Southampton A. A strong drive from him, but Diego, penalty I think rules you out of contention for that one.
I don't think I got a penalty.
Yes, you had a penalty. Charlie as well, if you wait over there. Oh, we got some drivers breaking the rules.
What did I finish?
I'm pretty sure you got a penalty. If not, we'll find out on the radio that you've won. So you don't know what it was for then, I take it?
Well, no, I got binned at the beginning, so that'll be a surprise. Okay.
We'll find out. It's a strong drive anyway. Charlie, we'll come to you next. Penalty rule that one as well. Do you know what he did?
Yeah, bit of a silly mistake. I hit a cone very early on, so I ruled myself out right at the start. But I don't know where I'll end up. I've only got one penalty, I think.
Another man who's got a penalty and could have potentially won that one is John Ratcliffe. John, do you know what you did wrong?
Oh, mate, I got stuck on a back marker.
No reason to pent them out of the way, John.
My front bumper and their front bumper got a bit torn together, so I got spun, but I managed to keep the engine going and got it back together. And I couldn't believe it at the first corner. They all went off, and then suddenly I found myself in third. I was like, wow, I was just trying to keep my head in the game, but lost it a bit.
Did all right, yeah. Ben Healy-Smith's another Cardiff driver who could have won that one, but you also had a penalty, Ben. What did you do wrong?
I had like 4. I mean, I'm
not giving you an interview then, in that case. If you had 4 penalties, this is for well-behaved drivers only. You can both get out of my face. I'm going to quickly try and find out if we've heard over the radio. Mace, you heard yet? No, still don't know who's won this one. No drivers underweight so far, though. We will bring you the official result as and when we get it, although the result won't be issued until everyone is officially there. We're just hearing now 65. I'm not sure who 65 is. Let's try and find out who 65 is, shall we? Let's have a wander through, see if he's still in the queue. Anyone 65? 65. Cardiff B, it is John Ratcliffe. We've already spoken to him and he's disappeared into the crowd. Let me try and find him with a big... That wasn't as stable as I thought. John, come back over here. Now, this isn't 100% official because we haven't finished on the scales yet, but we think you've won that race.
No way.
We think so.
No way.
We think
so. How? I didn't even know where I got my penalty.
You got it towards the end, last 5 minutes, I think.
Yeah, because it was on the board, and I was like, I don't know.
A few warnings for everything, but I don't know if that means it gets applied first. Wait, no. Well, we're going to shake the hand. This happened last race. I asked race to confirm who wins. They tell me a number. I think they just pick it out of the hat, if I'm honest with you, John.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Or maybe Russell's just saying that we're waiting for the... No, it's not this guy. 33. Sorry, John.
That's all right, mate.
This isn't an April Fool's or anything like that.
Anyway,
yeah.
Cheers,
okay.
buddy.
Well, that's how John would react if he won the race. So now I'm looking for 33. Anyone know who 33 is? Anyone? 33? Anyone? Who's 33? Well, I'm getting a me from somewhere. I don't know who and where. When we find out who Team 33 is, Trent B. I'm trying to pick someone from Nottingham Trent out of this crowd now. I think that's Sam Pooley, is it? Yes, it is. Guys, who was Trent B in that race? Ed, where is he? Wow. I don't know about that. I don't know. Where is he? Oh, well, the teammates don't know where he is. He doesn't know where he's finished. It could be first place. They're digging him out. He's gone. That's it. He wins a race, he retires. He's just gone straight home. That's it. His BUKC career has peaked and gone. Ed has won. The result has been issued. No one in Nottingham Trent knows where he is. I don't know where he is. The next race is starting. I got to go do a grid walk. Yeah, Ed has disappeared. Can you guys send him back out when you find him? I'm gonna go get on with things. He's upstairs. He's in the cafe already. Sam, send him out on track. I gotta get on with things. So we've got race 7 to get on with. Ed will join us momentarily. In the meantime, we'll go out on track and have a chat to the man on pole position. Who have we got here? I think this is a newcomer for me. Cambridge, is it?
It is.
And remind me of your name, sir?
Dom Cousins.
Dom Cousins. I did know that. Pole position for race number 7. Can you finish the day with a flourish?
We'll give it a go.
Which bad to so days so far. A lot of good qualifying results, some not so good race results.
Yeah, the A team aren't doing very well in the races. A couple of black flags we need to sort out.
But a strong performance nonetheless.
Yeah, I think so. Doing better than the A's.
Well, we'll see when the results are announced in the race. That's certainly a win from you would help.
Yeah, I think it'd go a long way.
Dom, all the best getting that together. I'll let you carry on preparing your kart. Have we got a winner from before? No, he's lost in the cafe. Someone's pointing at him. Oh, no, Sam Pooley has arrived, presumably escorting his teammates. Ed, you changed already.
I am changed.
This is the first race win interview I think I've done with someone when they're completely changed, but you won that race.
I'm ecstatic. That's mega. Absolute mega.
Congratulations, your first BUKC race win, obviously. You're just as quick in the changing rooms as well, evidently. But yeah, penalties applied. You are the winner of race 6 today.
That's amazing. That is. Just thank the team, thank everyone. Stellar job. All done.
Ed, congratulations. We'll probably see you again when you win your next race. Wow. He was so unprepared for that, he went and got changed. Let's see who else we've got here. I do want to find a member of Surrey, Sussex or Imperial. As I've mentioned, I'm going to have a browse through the grid. I think Rory Cuff actually is here, and I haven't seen Rory in a while, and he's got a lovely race on. Rory, you for these occasions, and it's good to have you back.
Thank you very much. It's been a while, probably about just over a year. Hopefully I'm not too rusty for the first corner. First practice was a little bit rusty, I kind of got lucky with other people's penalties. But yeah, we'll see. Most people in P3 off the earlier starts have all ended up crashing at the start. So hopefully, well, we'll see how it goes.
It's a half an hour race. Just keep yourself in contention. After those first few corners, you should be all right, Rory.
Yeah, that's the plan. We'll see how it goes.
Good man. I'm going to go look for some teams that we haven't spoken to so far because we've already had enough of Exeter, but have a good race. Right, someone from Imperial. Jump. To hear a number for one of those teams. I got a feeling I can't hear you though. Nevertheless, we'll jump in here because I'm pretty sure I've not spoken to Liverpool either, and this man is racing for Liverpool
Liverpool C.
How are Liverpool getting on today?
Very well. I believe we have the A team in mains, from what I've been told, and apparently C is on the verge of mains.
Okay, so you're the man that's going to bring it home.
Apparently, so.
What can we expect to see from you in that regard?
I don't know. If this was like at 4 o'clock, I'd say I want to move up, but I've been hearing from the other drivers that it's really slippery, so I don't really know what to expect. So fingers crossed we move forward.
Yeah, well, you may have noticed the temperature is very, very low. You'll warm up nicely going around the track. I'll warm up nicely in the comms box, but it's going to get slippery and slipperier as the track temperature drops, and certainly maybe a bit of moisture in the air as it gets darker.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, at least it's not raining, so.
The best thing you can do is keep it on the straight and narrow and bring home a good result, get the C team into mains, as you say.
That's the plan anyway.
All right, all the best for that. I'll speak to you later. That's Liverpool, ticked off my list. I've got someone making a big show over here, and I want to say this is someone, a team I haven't spoken to so far. Who've we got?
Max, representing Bristol.
Bristol, I've had Bristol. I thought you were one of my guys I haven't spoken to, but still, Max, I'll keep talking to you. I like your race suit. This is quite nice.
Thank you very much. It's your own, actually.
It's my own.
Well, it's the it's the building.
It's borrowed. Oh, I do recognise it now. Actually, it's quite not.
Yeah, that's not very much.
Yeah, well, I'll keep that one as a premium one next time. Where you can pay a £5 to upgrade to a better race suit. Is it worth a couple of tenths a lap, do you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon. My dad says it makes me look like a wasp, so that's at least a couple of tenths per lap. Yeah.
Is your dad watching at home?
Yeah, I've got the whole family watching, mum, dad, and everything. So lots of love to you guys, and I'll do my best.
Big shout out to Max's mum and dad back at home. What can you do for them this race?
Win. Push hard.
Okay. Max's mum and dad, I want to see this race. Right, Max, I'm going to grab one more interview real quick before we go, but good luck.
Cheers.
Okay, let's go for this. He's not sat in his car. I'm going to have to go over here to the 100. Who is in the 100 car?
Jasper Fryer.
From?
Coventry D team.
Coventry. I think I've spoken to Coventry D team before, but I don't think we've got time for another interview, so you're in luck, Jasper. Back of the grid. Can we improve on this?
It's going to be a difficult one, but I'll see what I can do.
Just be the man for the job.
Probably not, but we'll see.
I trust you. I believe in you. Coventry D team captain's obviously put his faith in you. You weren't here yesterday in the E team, so that's a bonus. You know, you're not the man for that job, but here we are today. See how it goes. Sounds about right for me. I think I've got time for one more interview. So Jasper, good to talk to you.
Good to talk to you.
Let's go. This man in the nice black and gold Arai helmet. Who have we got here?
Alex Wood, representing City.
I got City. City is one of the ones I've been missing. Alex, good to chat to you. You're the team captain, aren't you?
Yes, I am this year. Yeah, I'm doing my second race just now.
Good. Oh, you're ineligible for this one.
Yeah.
How did you get on in your one that you put score points in?
Not bad. I could have done better, but lost some positions because of penalties. Definitely an improvement from where I started a couple of months ago, though. Very happy with that.
And your team as a whole, how is City getting on?
Not bad. Would do with a few more drivers, but at the moment, just developing rookies, really trying to get them up to a good Inters level.
All right, well, all the best for that. Good luck for this race. I shall hopefully see you again in Inters next year.
Hopefully.
Alex Wood, there, captain of City University. This is the last race of BUKC 2022 Qualifiers. It's the last chance for some of these guys to get themselves into the championship they want to be in next season. Andrew, Howard, back to you for one last time.
Thank you, Jacob. Right, one last time. We're going to try and go through this grid nice and quick so we can talk about the permutations for qualification. Cambridge B and Imperial D are your front row. Exeter A and Cambridge A are next. Then it's Sheffield A and Leeds A Bath A and Leeds C on row 4, then Exeter B and Liverpool A. Nottingham A and Surrey A are next, followed by Southampton A and Southampton B on an all Southampton 7th row. UCLan A and Birmingham B are next, then Sheffield B and Birmingham C, Liverpool C and Cambridge C to round out your top 20. Next up is Coventry B and Coventry C, then it's Surrey B and Bristol A. UCLan B and Cardiff C are next, followed by Coventry D and City A. Reading B and Sheffield D to round out your top 30, then it's Birmingham D and Bath B. UCLan C and Nottingham C and Cambridge D and Bath C. That's how they line up for the last race of the day. Mr. Mather.
Right, qualified. Listen out for these. Already in are Birmingham A, Exeter A, Cardiff A, Trent A, Trent B, Imperial A, Southampton A, Nottingham A, Coventry A, Cardiff B and Surrey A. And there's a good number as well that are mathematically yet to qualify, but pretty much good in. We are going to have to revise, though. It's 1:47. That's what you need today. It has been a higher scoring round than yesterday. We'll track who needs what as the race goes, because 30 minutes are on the clock and we're way to go for the final race this weekend at Whilton Mill. Very good start for those on the pole side of the grid. Quite a few drivers lagging behind at the back. Who's going to lead it up to turn to Christmas for the first time? See the number 4 trying to go down the inside there.
Yeah, Rory Cuff trying to go for the lead on Dominic Cousins in that Cambridge B kart. And it's still battling, still not sorted out as they go through Inkermans. And I thought one of them was going around then in the light. It looks to me like we have got a yellow flag. There's a couple of karts that have gone stationary up at Christmas Corner. There they are getting recovered. We'll call them through as they finish the first lap. It's Rory Cuff to the head of the field, though. He said he hoped he wasn't a bit race rusty. Well, that's a pretty good way of blowing off the cobwebs. You've got yourself up into the lead of the race as you finish lap number 1. So it's Exeter A who leads in the darkness here at Whilton Mill. Cambridge B in second place, Sheffield A in third, Bath A in fourth. Who's dropping down the order there? Imperial D had a bit of a costly first lap there, but they're not eligible for points. Looking for who else is falling down the order. Southampton B are tumbling down the order, as are Cambridge C. So Southampton B, Cambridge C, Coventry B, UCLan B, all with some kind of incident on that first lap.
Did you mention Cambridge C there, mate? Because
yeah,
that's one of
Cambridge
the karts
C,
that are right on the bubble
Cambridge
as things
C
stand. Needed to hold 20th or improve to finish on 140.
For Cambridge C, black flag for Cardiff. Black flag for Cardiff C.
We need to keep an eye on Cambridge A in this race as well. They're under a real pressure here. They cannot afford any penalties at all. A black flag and they could be going home here, which would be a real shock. They've only got 99 points on the board. And as I say, we think any team, no matter who they are, needs 147 to qualify. 5th place would give them 155.
Apologies, mate. Which team was that just about?
That was Cambridge A. Basically, Cambridge A have to finish in the top 10.
Well, it's got Sam Massey.
To finish in the top 10.
They've got Sam Massey in the kart, which is a pretty good, stable pair of hands. Currently chasing the Exeter B kart with Ryan Luscombe at the wheel. It's experienced. They've got 2 quite experienced drivers, therefore, in Exeter B and Cambridge A's effort here, battling over 4th place as they come up the hill. The 42 of Bath A. Andrew talking about them earlier, having a solid day, but they're doing well there in 6th place. And then it's Nottingham A.
If you're just joining us and you're wondering what the situation with the round is, Exeter A are looking to secure 2nd place in the round with this drive in the number 4. They cannot win the round, though. Birmingham may have it secured with the 1st, the 2nd and the 3rd. Same results as Manchester A yesterday.
Paul Simard in that Bath A kart, catching on to the back of these two actually, as they have a bit of a negotiation. Leeds A past Nottingham A behind them, though. The 30 now ahead of the 16. That's Will Stacey getting by on Andrew Trevor, I believe it is, in the Nottingham kart there.
Black flag for Birmingham D.
Liverpool A have fallen down the order there. Quite a bit. 4 positions lost on that last lap. Or is that just time? Okay, they've dropped down a little bit there. Birmingham B running in 12th, I think, are doing about enough at the moment, by my reckoning, because they started a little lower on the grid than that.
Yep. But they need to hold there. They are a team that cannot fall off the road here.
That's Max Wade at the wheel of that Birmingham B effort, the number 32. We're here with the battle, which has swapped round. Sam Massey has got Cambridge A up into 4th place. Cambridge B running in 3rd. How have Cambridge B got on?
Cambridge B are comfortably in.
So if you're Cambridge right now, should you switch your cards? Well, I suppose to be fair, Cambridge A are doing enough right now. As Leeds A starts to back at the heels of Bath A here. They have just improved up to 14th, getting past Birmingham C.
How's Sheffield A doing? 2nd place.
Sheffield A are fine.
Going through.
Sheffield A are okay at the moment. Callum Barnett at the wheel of that one. Haven't mentioned him too much. And that's because he got by on Dominic Cousins in that Cambridge B kart a few laps ago. So that's another close battle through the darkness, as there's not a lot of field spread here. 41 of Exeter B.
Southampton B, have we mentioned, they are in a bit of danger here. They need to improve from 26th position. It is a counting score 26th position, and I reckon they need about 5 places.
Okay.
So kart number 61.
Julian Zhao we've got showing as the driver there.
Needs to be patient here and start to move through the order, otherwise they are going to fall out of that top. They've got a top 27 position on projected at the moment, but they're not converting what was a 14th place grid start into a good result. There are other teams out there. Liverpool C are doing a good race here. They've got forward 1 position, and that may be 1 position enough to get them in.
One of the things to note in this race, I've got to say, is, and we noted it in the qualifying session this morning, these conditions obviously hit at about 12:30. So there, Bath A have got by an Exeter B, so that's another position gained for Paul Simmerd in that Bath A kart. Exeter A leading this one by some 2 seconds. I think they're about to come into shot here, in fact. Yeah, they are. There's Rory Cuff in the number 4 kart, picking his way through some of the traffic. Sheffield A and Callum Barnett are closing down, though, in this traffic. So as Callum hits this traffic, that's going to be the question. There is the 27 of Sheffield A, the orange helmet with the grey suit. And then there's the 15 of Cambridge B, Dominic Cousins, running in 3rd place. He was our pole sitter for this one, so he's got good pace. Cambridge C are on the move. It was 61 of Southampton B you were talking about, wasn't it?
Yeah, so at the moment...
They're up to 24th place.
Yeah, in this situation at the moment, Southampton B are the ones dropping out of the top 27, and they're being replaced by Liverpool C. So it turns into a bit of a cat and mouse game at this point, because all the different teams out there, they just need to keep, moving up the order.
So Liverpool C are your 111. They're currently running in 18th place, and they're in a battle with Surrey B, the 51, at the moment. So that's one to keep an eye on out there, the 51 versus the 111. And Liverpool A... Actually, yeah, if Liverpool A are behind Liverpool C, but Liverpool A are sort of gaining. They've got some decent pace at the moment. It could turn out in the fullness of time that Liverpool A may want to help the C team here. Birmingham D are out of the race, by the way. Showing that officially on timing, which is fairly unusual. Exeter A lead by 1.5 seconds. Rory Cuff still at the wheel of that one. Callum Barnett chasing hard through the traffic in the 27 of Sheffield A. There's just been a cone penalty for Sheffield B. But Rory Cuff, Callum Barnett there in the 27 is safe for now. The 15 is next, and then it's a gap of 2 seconds back to the number 2 of Cambridge, and then... Oh no, Cambridge is dropping. Why is Cambridge A are dropping?
And this could be danger. We've not seen why this is. It may be an incident out in the darkness. Where has the number 2 gone?
I've not seen a black flag for them.
Have they had an incident
still
out there?
Dropping.
Hopefully it is just a transponder issue for them. If we can see on the cameras, the number 2 kart